Good morning, lovelies. ZoëTwoDots here with your ZTD news, your weekly wrap up in Pokemon Go news. So, I'm a little bit sleepy today. I mean, it's already like 1 PM and sorry that this news is coming out late. And sorry that there wasn't a news last week as well. The travel kind of stuff makes that schedule jumble around a little bit. But yesterday was Trico Community Day. All round seems to be a absolute success. I haven't had any tweets or notifications or comments or anything like that saying that there was, regional issues. There's no Asia Pacific notorious bug. There was no server down, no error 22, all that kind of jazz. So let me know, was it smooth for you as well? Because besides it being an absolutely hectic meetup in India, the gameplay itself was entirely smooth. So let me know how you guys went as well. Was it smooth in your area? Did you have some sort of network issues? But from what I've been hearing online, the rolling comm day across the world seems to be going good server side and functionality side. Whether or not it works, for the humans socially, if we like that time, whether or not, if that works for us, we'll find that out after we do probably a couple more of these. As you guys in the Northern Hemisphere are going into summer, we're going into winter in Australia. We'll see if that time slot kind of works. Personally, I enjoyed it here in Mumbai. It was fine. Very, very hot day out, very, very humid here, but not too different from Australia, just kind of like plus humidity. I know that at least where I live in Newcastle, 3 to 6 is going to be still pretty hot in the summer, but at least that kind of like evening breeze will be rolling in by around 5, 6 o'clock. So we'll see. Also, there's been no announcement for what the next Comm Day Pokemon is yet. I'm sure we'll hear that probably this week or next week. We'll get an announcement plus a date. I'm really curious to see where it lands in terms of the April Comm Day because of the Safari Zone as well with Singapore. I don't know how it's gonna line up before or after, so I don't know where I'll be for that one yet. But leave a guess in the comments below. Leave your little prediction. What do you think next month's Community Day will be? I've got zero idea. I don't know this yet, so I want to kind of guess Oddish. Oddish was the feature image for the Grass Equinox event, but we didn't actually get that, we didn't get any grass types as the shiny for that event. I feel like maybe they're trying to get a little subtle, oh, Oddish is cool. You guys were getting speculating and hyped about Oddish for the Equinox, and then you didn't get it. So maybe we'll give you this one, because it'd be 4 shinies. I think that'd be really cool. It'd be ultimately 4 different shinies you could have. So Oddish, Bloom, Blossom, and Vileplume. All gorgeous shinies. I want a Blossom shiny so bad. But that's kind of my guess. If they're alternating, I don't know. I really don't know. I still don't think it's time for Bagon or Ralts yet. That's just my take on it. It very well could be. Everyone's been asking for it, but I feel like it's too soon in the year for that. I feel like I'm gonna wait till later in the year for those ones. I don't know, just a gut feeling. I don't know, marketing hat on, but happy to be wrong. Leave your guess down below. What do you think it will be? Just to quickly recap as well for my community day, because I didn't actually show you guys in the video, I ended on 7 shinies and 1 beautiful shiny Flower Crown Eevee from Sriji. Thank you so much for that special trade. I know a lot of people were commenting saying 800k for a trade? Why would you do that? That's too expensive for an Eevee. And it's not really. That's the Pokemon that I want and I'm willing to spend it on. Would I spend 800k on a shiny Ho-Oh or something? No, because that doesn't really interest me. Floral Crown Eevee interests me a lot. And thank you so much to Srijit as well for grinding 300,000 Stardust to actually make the trade possible. When he messaged me, I noticed that he didn't have enough dust for the trade, and I was like, we don't have to do it, it's gonna be expensive, it's okay. But he really wanted to do that special trade. So I appreciate your effort to grind out that much dust in a week. You're an absolute legend, and I love my little Eevee, so thank you so much. A lot of people were commenting as well saying oh, India's gonna be so wonderful, you're gonna take so many AR, beautiful AR photos of, shiny Trico and things like that. I've taken 1 AR photo here. It has been absolutely crazy busy every single day, just constantly on the go, filming, and then I keep forgetting to take AR pics. So I'm gonna try and get something today, last full day here in Mumbai, so fingers crossed. Next week, we're going to be having another special and limited research day. So similar to what we've seen with the Clamperl and the Feebas day, except new and improved. We're going to be getting a full proper day. So 11 AM to 8 PM, wherever you are in the world. 30th of March is going to be your special research day. So again, another rolling, the rolling comm days is going to be a rolling research day. And wonderful to see that Niantic is taking the feedback from the community. We've done, 2 of the research days that were 3 hours. One was a bit of a cluster stuff. with, you know, the whole Feebas limited shiny rate, and the quests weren't that great, and then, you know, there's an improvement, far better quests, far more streamlined. Sorry about the construction and the beeping, I can't control that. You know, improved quests, improved kind of like flow for the day, and way more shiny clan pearls in terms of rates. And then we've seen now with the third one, who knows what the shiny rates are going to be, who knows what the quest flow is going to be like, but they've extended the overall time. So it's wonderful that every single one of these research events, there has been an improvement. There was the first one as a try, learn, see how it goes. Second one had an improvement, and the third one, again, I think extra time is definitely a massive improvement, especially for people who work on the weekends, people who have like weird schedules, like 11 AM to 8 PM is a lot of coverage. So hopefully you can get out and play, and if you can't, guys, don't forget that special trades are a thing. You can trade for these shinies in the future. So hey, get to Ultra Friend with some friend, some stranger, save the dust, save up that sweet, sweet dust. It does actually get a lot cheaper once you hit Ultra Friend. Shiny trades aren't that bad, so yeah. So we'll be seeing shiny Lotad and shiny cast form. So cast form in the wild and shiny Lotad in the research reward, like the research claims. So make the time, prepare with your group, find somewhere where you're going to have enough Pokestops to actually play. I know again this will be another thing that affects rural players, but hopefully with a week's notice you are able to maybe plan a carpool together to somewhere that's a bit more densely populated for Pokestops. Fingers crossed. I personally would love to see some sort of implementation if there was functionality in the game to say, if 5 Pokestops in X radius, then reset quest. You know, say for example that way, if you were living rural, the quests would reset maybe every 30 minutes. Whereas if you were living somewhere in the city where there's a higher density of Pokestops, those wouldn't actually reset because you've got plenty to play with. I feel like if that functionality could come to the game, that would really help rural players for these kind of quest-based and Pokestop-based events. We'll also be seeing all of the cast forms get a new move called Weather Ball. It's going to be pretty decent for PvP, so all of the cast forms there able to learn Weather Ball of kind of like their own type. So good DPS per like time output for that move. I misspoke as well in my previous video saying like, oh, I wish all of the shiny forms were out, but only regular cast form has a shiny form. It's really, really weird. So Rainy, Sunny, and Foggy do not have a shiny variation, which is unusual. I don't know why. Not really any other Pokemon have that, so I never actually knew or considered or looked that up, so thank you guys for letting me know. After that, we're going to have Giratina coming back into the raids. From the 28th of March to the 2nd of April, we're going to be seeing Altered Form Giratina return. So this is the same Giratina that we had in Halloween last year. So if you didn't get one, get out and grab one. I think I only did like a handful. I got one decent one. I think I got like a 98 or something crazy. But I was in Melbourne at the time, so I got in a couple of sneaky raids for that one. I might grab 1 or 2 more. Why not? And then from the 2nd to the 29th of April, we're going to be seeing the Origin form. And this is like the sweet little like noodle looking Giratina. I really love this one. So this one is going to be the higher attack variation of the two. So both have exact same moves, exact same type, and things like that. But the Origin form is more attack based and the Altered form is defense based. So if you're going to be powering one up for raid battles and for gym battles, it's going to be the Origin form. So here are the counters that you're going to be using against this one. So dragon type moves are going to be super, super, super effective against this one. But if you don't have any of those counters, you can also use Bayonet, Gengar, Mewtwo as well, and Tyranitar. So those are some options for you too if you are in the not many legendaries camp. And lastly, Deoxy's defense form is going to be our new EX raid boss. So any EX raids rolling into kind of like next week, the start of the week, are going to be defense form Deoxys. So you cannot solo this one as you could with attack form Deoxys. That was a pretty easy one to solo if you were like, you know, level 37 and up generally. This one you are going to need to actually coordinate with your friends, make sure that you do arrive on time, make sure that you guys have a plan together to actually take this one down. So no soloing lazy styles for this Deoxys. Still using the same counters, dark type moves are super effective. Okay, and lastly, let's jump into the AR photos of the week. The hashtag ZTD news is almost at 10K photos on Instagram. What are you guys trying to do to me? Holy dooly. It's getting very, very difficult, but again, keep them coming. I'm gonna be getting back into putting the features at the end of the videos as well. I totally forgot about that this week, so keep your stuff on theme, keep your stuff, you know, if there's the Equinox event, the fighting event, things like that, post pictures for that as you can, and I will try to sneak those into the videos. Stop drilling, please. So first up, I would like to shout out Ash Ketchup. This is like way overdue. These really amazing Shadowmon photos. So when Go Snapshot first dropped, Ash was already on these. Like, the new detailed shadows are so fantastic. These photos by Ash are completely shadow based, so you can't actually see the full Pokemon there, but I really love this one here of the ghost of, like, the shadow of Haunter. It kind of fits that really ghostly, spooky theme of Haunter as well. So go out there and try and snap yourself your own Shadowmons. Aim for the ones that fly and hover up, because you can kind of like move the camera away, look at the ground and see their shadow entirely without them in it. Again, I highly recommend checking out Charizard's shadow because the semi-translucent wings are fantastic. So thank you, Ash, for these. Like, you're always kind of like innovating and pushing the barriers for Pokemon photography. Thank you. Next up is this photo from Pokemon AR Lover, and honestly, it just made me laugh. Like, I saw it as I was scrolling through really fast, and I did that like really ugly snort laugh. It's so good. Victory Bell here, getting a sweet little slice of pizza. I just like the placement, it's funny, 10 out of 10, thank you. Next up is Pokemon GO AR Photography, one of the trainers here in Mumbai that I actually got to meet at the Com Day as well. I had a sneaky little scroll through your page and I really loved this Mewtwo shot. It is way too good. I just love like the context for this. It'd be like, make sure you get the answer right, or Teacher Mewtwo is gonna absolutely flip. Love the placement. I like the human interaction here as well. 10 out of 10, thank you. Next up is this beautiful Murkrow shot from Will-O-Wisp. Wonderful work. Again, this account has got a nice little chunk of photos and it's still like a growing account. So be sure to go check them out, guys, and share your support, because their placement and just kind of like the setting up of shots is really good. They're like really working the scenes and getting into these photographs. So wonderful Murkrow shot here from Lebanon, from Will-O-Wisp, so thank you very much for sharing. Up after that is Gigimortal with this sneaky little edit. So guys, before you freak out, you can't actually photograph two Pokemon at the same time, at least for now anyway, but I love the little sneaky edit that's gone on here. Finding the baby store, Big Mama Blissey and Baby Happini. It's just too cute. It tells such a sweet little story as well. I love it. Seriously, this is just like, again, another one that made me like laugh as I was scrolling through the timeline. This is fantastic. Thank you. After that, we've got Trainer Jordan UK with this just beautiful Mew shot. Seriously, I need to take my Mew out again for so many more photos. This is stunning. Here in Japan at a beautiful temple, got the sneaky little premiere ball in the front as well. Great foreground, background, and just a beautiful scene altogether. Mew attack animation, super cute as well. Thank you very much. And lastly, another cheeky little edit from Pokemon Trainer Joe. Here, I think it's time for story time with the babies. And dude, Joe knows how to grab my attention with photos, always snapping all of the baby Pokemon. I really love it. I just love the kind of like, again, the feel, the story. There's a whole story coming together for this one photo. It's super duper cute. I love and appreciate the effort that you put into all your photos, Joe, so thank you. And guys, if you would like to get your photo potentially featured in ZTD News or at the end of any of my other videos, be sure to use the hashtag ZTD News on Instagram to share your pictures with me for the chance to get featured, all that good stuff. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. To anyone who is new, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for leaving a like, and if you would like additional ways to support the channel as well, links for Patreon and merch are in the description down below. We're currently working on some new little merch items for you guys too. A few little fun ones I think you guys will like, so yeah, check it out. I hope you have a wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.